Okay, so it is 11:45 and time for our 10th Zoom meeting for PWN. It's on July 28th. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for showing up. Again, I was mentioning that for the time being, we're going to be keeping on these fourth Tuesday Zoom calls, as well as if and when we go back to Randy Peters, we will be doing that as well. So just a couple of announcements, and you guys know because you're here. But Kay, especially since you seem to be getting emails, when somebody registered, you get the Zoom link, right?
I didn't get the link.
You didn't get it?
No, I didn't get the link.
So what you need to let people know is that they need to check spam because it's coming from admin.placerwomensnetwork.org. So they get it. So they have to, if they don't get it when they register, they need to check their spam.
Or junk mail.
Yeah, or junk mail. And they should be doing that like before 30 minutes before the call. Because we're all pretty busy just before the call. So, you know, the chances of us being able to get it to them in a timely manner is going to be minimal. But you guys are here, so you all know that. So it's just a matter of getting used to that. And the same thing for the code. So because right now, and this may change, we are charging $5 if you didn't attend the earlier meeting. If once you register for that, you should get the coupon code, which I think most of you got. Some of them you might not have gotten it, but again, that will come when you register. So when you register for the 14th, it sends you the coupon code for the fourth Tuesday meeting. And again, if you don't get it right away, then you should check your spam. But again, that may change, but for the time being, that's the way it is. So we're all here, we all made it, and I'm gonna have to keep my eye on the waiting room in case anybody lags in. But we're gonna go ahead and start a program. And at the end of the call, we will do our 30-second commercials and do testimonials and all that. So I'd like to introduce both Pat Gacutan and Kim Oliver, wave. So people, I think everybody knows you, but just in case you don't. They have been, well, Pat actually has been a member of my mastermind group for over 20 years. We started in the late, I know Pat's going, oh my gosh. I know, because we turned our mastermind group into a Toastmasters, and my first, my first, she's going to sell these Zoom emoticons if you need them. We actually started in Toastmasters back in 1999 because I had Bill Check once. And so we've been going on this for over 20 years now. And Kim, you've been a regular of our mastermind group for about 3 or 4, probably, something like that.
At least, yeah.
Yeah. And so one of the things that we came up with the mastermind group was talking about accountability buddies. And of course, Pat and Kim took that by the reins and rode with it. So they're going to share with you about their experience with an accountability buddy and what it's done for them. So I'm going to share my screen right now for Kim to share her screen. Let me do that right now. Okay, Kim, I just gave you control. So
okay, so
share screen.
We're going to share a screen to a PowerPoint presentation that we put together for you so that you have a better understanding. Then we'll come back to this screen where we're all here. So that we can do some Q&As. Sound good?
Yeah, so they've asked that you keep your questions to the end of the presentation. So I am going to mute you all except for Kim and Pat, because that would be counterproductive. And so hang tight, enjoy. Here we go.
Okay, you guys see my screen okay?
Yep.
All right, Pat.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Pat Gacutan, as you know, with Feng Shui. And Kim and I are going to share something really special that we've been doing over the past 1.5 years. And it's an accountability buddy connection. And it's our secret weapon for faster growth. So I'm going to have Kim introduce herself and tell you a little bit more.
All right. So as you guys know, my name is Kim Oliver. And Pat and I met at the mastermind. Sorry, this thing just keeps on going for me. And what we found, you can see my screen okay, correct?
Well, actually, we just lost it. We just lost it, Kim. When you started talking, we are back to the gallery view.
You're back to gallery right now?
Yeah. And it
Jeez,
was
gotta
just
love
when you started
computers.
talking, so I don't know if you hit a
Gotta
button.
love technology, right? Screen sharing has stopped. Oh, okay. Well, let's try
You
again.
still have capability, so you should be able to, there
Let's go
goes.
here and see if
Okay, we see your desktop. We see the mission statement for PWN.
that's what we need. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is our PWN mission statement: to allow busy women professionals to develop professional relationships, create lead generations, and exchange referrals in a social and supportive atmosphere. So we really feel like having an accountability buddy in this group really plays to the mission statement of PWN. The other thing is to have a really good understanding of what an accountability buddy is. So it's really a peer who will help you grow in your business and or personal arena by offering guidance and holding you to your commitments. We all know that we are far more likely to succeed if we have someone kind of watching us. So that's kind of what this is all about. Okay, Pat.
Okay, to tell you a little bit about our journey, we're going to tell you what we're going to tell you today, which is we're going to share with you some of the benefits of having an accountability buddy, the connection that both Kim and I have with our program that we've set up for accountability buddies, and exactly what it looks like. Okay. And as far as accountability buddies, what they help you with is you make serious progress towards your goals. And I think that's what all of us want to do. And it forces you to accept responsibility. So if you say you're going to do something, if you have actually someone holding you accountable, it's going to make all the difference in the world, whether you get that task or that goal accomplished. Plus, you could brainstorm what you can do right now to make progress. And I think that's what we all want to do. Okay. As far as how we got started, it was really interesting. As Susan had mentioned earlier, we're in a mastermind group, and in December of 2018, Susan, being the taskmaster that she is, she assigned us to do presentations in December for what our 2019 was going to look like. And as I thought about what my presentation was going to be, I thought, you know, I have several goals that I want to accomplish, and I think what I need is someone to hold me accountable, someone to be my accountability buddy. So I put together this huge job description of who I was looking for, what the requirements were going to be for my accountability buddy. I put a whole folder together with things that I wanted the accountability buddy to do. I put a birthday card in there addressed to me that I wanted the accountability buddy to send me, and just some notes and things in there that I wanted that accountability buddy to do to help me with my goal. And so Kim's going to tell you a little bit more on how that went afterwards.
So she presented this at the meeting, and really she was just looking for someone to, like she said, keep her on track. I volunteered for the position, but I wanted an accountability buddy. And I've had a business coach in the past, so I understand the difference between a business coach and an accountability buddy. And basically, a coach is someone that's just gonna, you know, you're gonna meet with them every week or a month or however you set it up, and they're gonna kind of keep you to your commitments. However, I wanted someone that would do the same thing for me. And typically that's where an accountability buddy comes into play, so that you can keep each other accountable. So she did a compromise to really what she wanted was a coach, but she decided she would settle with an accountability buddy, and I fit the mold. So we got lucky there. What you'll find is if you find the right accountability buddy, it's going to come from probably someone who you're an acquaintance with to someone that you are an accountability buddy with to someone who you can consider a friend. And that is, in essence, what I have in Pat. I'm very blessed to have a friend that I've been able to develop that relationship, that friendship over the nearly the last 2 years. The other thing is when you get an accountability buddy, whoever it is that you choose, make sure that they are on that kind of the same timeline you are, not just with regards to your missions, or your goals, but also, are they a morning person? Or are they a night person? You know, don't pick a morning person. If you're a night person and you want to meet in the middle at night, you're not going to get there at full attention. So try to get somebody who is on the same timeline as you. So I was lucky. Pat, I was in the military for 20 years, and Pat used to work for the military. So she was used to getting up early. So it worked out well. So we meet on Mondays at 7:30 in the morning. And sometimes we got to move that, but that's when we meet. So find somebody that's on the same sheet of music as you. Also, try to make sure that you decide what you want to do, whether you're going to use a text to kind of report back and forth to each other. Are you going to use the phone? Are you going to do Zoom? What's going to be your method of keeping on target? It might be emails. It might be, there's probably an app out there for it. I don't know. She and I had decided that we would each come up with a list of things we wanted to accomplish between each meeting. So that was our method. And then we would call each other, and we would have a set time on a weekly basis where we checked in and went through each other's task list. And then we kind of graded ourselves, not each other, but ourselves. One of the things we found out was that, like most people, you put on your task list that you want to, okay, let's just go with the home project, not a business project. You're going to clean the garage, right? That's a huge project. It's kind of like my website, redeveloping my website. That's huge, you know? And so it's a big elephant to try to take care of. So we had to find something. From my business coaching, I knew that I needed to put on my list something that was 80% achievable. So I had to break it down. So I have like several pages on my website. So each week, maybe I'm just going to take a page and update a page. And then I know I can at least, my goal is 100%, but I should be able to get an 80% on that each week. The other thing that you have to do is it's honest feedback on both sides. So when you're reporting in and saying, Pat, I know I said I was going to redevelop my website and I was going to do the about page, I fell on my sword. I did not get, I started it, but I didn't get it done. You got to be honest about it, because otherwise this isn't going to help you. And then you also have to be honest with the person on the other end. As an example, not to throw you under the bus, Pat, but I will here for a moment. When she's writing a book, right? And it's really close to being published. But there were times when she was like, okay, well, I'm going to get X, Y, and Z done. And I'm like, you said that last week. So can we break that up into smaller pieces so that you can accomplish more? So just honest feedback is extremely important if you're going to have a buddy.
And the other thing about our program is it has to be balanced with your life. You can't let it overtake your entire life. And that's the thing that we have learned throughout this process. You have to balance life and work, but the most important thing is mind, body, and spirit, that you have that in harmony with each other, because that's going to make or break the fact that you have an accountability buddy. So as long as we can keep that balance with life and work and keep that mindfulness within this accountability buddy connection, it makes all the difference in the world. And we're going to share with you a number of value-based benefits that we have had with this program. And a lot of it comes with discovery. Like Kim was saying, she was in the military. I worked for the federal government. I had a lot of experience being a program manager over our leadership development program. So I was also into Strength Finders. And I don't know if any of you in PWN have ever taken Strength Finders. It's a self-discovery program that's done online, but it really teaches you about the positive things that you do, the talents that you have that are positive, and not looking at the negative side of things. not only did I share that with Kim, she shared a color analysis thing that really talked about your personality. So we've shared different things that we had some expertise in, which was just absolutely great. I mean, we were giving each other a lot of free information that was sure beneficial to us moving our accountability buddy structure along. Let me see the next one. So to give you a little snapshot of the week is what we do. Is this one yours, Kim, or
No,
mine?
cheers.
That's mine. We, like Kim was saying, on our task sheet that we have, and we currently have it on a Excel spreadsheet where we decide what tasks we're going to have. But before we start on our tasks, when we start that phone call, the first thing we say, well, how was your week? Did you have any victories, or were there any obstacles that you faced? And that has been astronomical as far as really not just breaking the ice, but that has built our friendship on trust and having somebody to share those victories with you. And some of the things that we've faced, we've had some deaths in the family, we've had different things, and that accountability person can help you through some of that. Sometimes during this COVID thing, you need to be sharing things and have somebody supportive there. So it's been wonderful. On our Excel spreadsheets, we personally design what task we think we're going to accomplish that week. And we hold ourselves accountable. You know, if we didn't do, but 50% of it, if we say we're going to make better food choices, or that we're going to meditate that week, and that's a real important too, especially me. I have a lot of anxiety, and if I don't meditate on a regular basis, I can really feel the difference. So I'm real happy that we're able to do those type of things with our accountability buddy. Okay. Also, what does it look like as far as inspirational sharing? Kim brought up something a few weeks ago that we now are putting into our, is it? Okay. We put what we have learned, and during the week, and it could be anything. It could be anything from Kim getting a new bread maker thing, or she's learning how to make bread, to me learning how to hang a picture or whatever. But it's nice to share something new that you've learned. They may have a few comments on it. We also share what's called the word of the week. And that's to describe how we felt our week was and what we're planning to do in the following week. For example, this week's word for Kim was, is it accomplishment this week?
Accountability.
Accountability was this week. And my word for the week was thrive, because I think I'm really making progress on things, and I think I'm thriving right now. So we share that word. And then we always try and share a quote that helps us along, which is really kind of key to what we're doing. So our connection, not just with our accountability buddy meeting on a weekly basis, we have an event like each year. Well, we've only had one of them so far, where we had a Christmas dinner in December, where we celebrated the year and talked over how wonderful it was, or maybe some things that went wrong during our accountability year. But we had a great dinner that we shared, and we exchanged some gifts. We've had coffee, met for coffee a couple times, and we send each other letters or cards, many times not us saying, oh, I want to get a card, but when we know someone's feeling bad or they need some encouragement, we send each other stuff all the time, whether it's a text, a call, or a card. That makes all the difference in the world.
So we've kind of told you a little bit about what we see as benefits as an accountability buddy, or having an accountability buddy, and how we got connected. We've given you a little insight into our program and what it looks like. And one of the things that you need to always remember is sometimes it really only takes one person to change your life, one person to be there for you, to push you, to believe in you. It only takes one person. We think an accountability buddy is that person. So we'd like to open it up to any questions that you might have, and, you know, be able to provide any answers or just talk about some of the things that we have seen as far as progress.
So I've unmuted everybody, or at least trying to. So you're all unmuted. You might have to unmute yourself. Just to let you know, Marilyn had to step out, but she wanted to get a copy of the slide deck if possible. Kim?
She'll have it in the video.
Can you provide a slide deck copy from PowerPoint?
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, also it'll be there. So
yeah,
just
that way she can look at it as opposed to having to watch the videos.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's fine.
Any other questions?
Catherine
Comments?
probably said this, but I had a phone call I had to address. How often do you meet?
Once a week, Mondays at 7:30 a.m. That's when we meet. But it depends on the person, right? So I'm a morning person, and so is Pat. So but that's beyond important. You got to find somebody that's on the same sheet of music as you, you know. So I know I'm most alert. I'm more goal oriented in the morning. So if you know, don't pick a night owl if you're a morning person. They might be a great person and a great friend, but when it comes to an accountability buddy, I think that's really important to try to select someone that's on the same timeline as you.
Awesome.
And the other thing I want to add, Susan, to PWN, we picked Monday morning at 7:30 for a couple of reasons. Number one, we're morning people, but number two, wouldn't it be great to start the week out with something really positive, and you get that week going on Monday morning and have a quote that you're working on for that week and a word that's going to drive you. And I think that's what has really triggered a good accountability buddy connection with Kim and I. We specifically chose that Monday morning at 7:30.
Plus, you also have that Sunday that's typically not as rushed in your life to be able to get some of that stuff off your list so that Monday you can report that you did good. Got to keep it real.
The other thing I want to share too is we want to challenge all of you to maybe try and get an accountability buddy and see how it works for you. And Kim and I want to, we're in the PWM membership thing. If you ever need to get a hold of either one of us or ask us any questions or contact us, we'd be happy to share with you more information if you need it.
Hey, Pat and Kim, at some point, I think we talked about, do you have like a checklist or something, like a template you can share with people as far as this is the kind of document we use as opposed to us starting with a blank spreadsheet or something?
Honestly, you can Google and find all kinds of, I guess, lists, but I really think everything that I've done in research says that if you're going to do an accountability buddy, you have to develop that together. You have to determine yourselves what's going to work best for you. Not everybody knows how to use Excel. Some people would use Word documents. Some people want to text it, you know, so you really, I don't think that would be beneficial for the group per se, as it would just to know that you got to meet, you got to determine, well, what's going to be better for you. To be honest, I didn't think Excel spreadsheet, but Pat did. And I was going towards a Word doc or something, right? But Pat's like, oh yeah, an Excel spreadsheet. That sounds good. Let's do that. And I'm like, okay, works. You know, so I think that's the most beneficial thing, is to spend time together with a person. And then the other thing is, you have to go into it with the understanding that it might not work out, and it's okay. So we got lucky, right? And but you, just because you like the person doesn't mean that they're going to be a good accountability buddy. So make sure that that's kind of understood at the beginning as well, because the last thing you want to do is get stuck with this commitment that you're going to meet Monday mornings at 7:30, and you're like, she's on another planet than me. You know, no one wants that. So, but go into it and talk about those things and discuss, okay, so this is our plan and let's do this for 30 days. You know, we're going to do it for 30 days and try it out. And then progress from there. We'll do it for another 30 days and just make sure that that's the right one. In all honesty, everything I've read on accountability buddies, Pat and I we're blessed. I mean, typically you have to work on it, right? And but you just, you know, we didn't go into it with any of that understanding. Not until we started doing research to talk to you guys did we realize that, oh yeah, I guess we should have done a trial, you know. And so, you know, we got lucky. So, but if I was going to have a different accountability buddy, I would definitely say, okay, we're going to do it for 30 days and just try it out, because then no feelings get hurt.
Mhm.
And it doesn't mean, like, I could get another accountability buddy that's only focused on maybe my website or only focused in one arena. Pat and I, we kind of have business and personal intertwined. Now, I know some people that only have like a personal accountability buddy and then they have a business accountability buddy. Pat and I intertwined ours. So keep that in mind as well.
And as Kim had brought up before, they don't have to be your next door neighbor or somebody that you know locally. Because of technology, Susan will like me saying this, they could be anywhere in the world and you can connect with them. So I think it's important to know that not only should you choose the right person, you want something that's going to be beneficial to you as well as them if you're doing an accountability buddy connection like Kim and I have.
Any other questions?
I would just like to compliment Pat and Kim because I had a preview of the presentation and this is much better. Your slide presentation was perfect. It was right on topic and you weren't just reading the slide presentation. So super. It was really good.
Thanks, Kay.
Awesome. And I got to say thanks, Kim, for your service and Pat too, service in our hilarity aspects. But I love that you made a structure about it. We have the same thing with our coaching community. It's across the United States. So us West Coasters have to get up at 7, which I'm like you, I'm up at 5:30 every morning. But it is so awesome to have that positive input. And you've created a beautiful structure. And I think you guys ought to put your points. We could Google it, but I think you should put your points because I think they're really, really, really cool. Like the inspirational input. And, you know, that you're setting expectations, you know, and luckily you won the, you know, a cohort lottery here with Pat and Kim. You guys work together so well. But, you know, I love that you had that that you said, Kim, let's do this 30 days and see how it works, because maybe some people won't work for you. So I think you guys you knocked it out of the park.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes,
When you pick a word, like you have the word for the week that you're picking that kind of keeps you going, and is it a different word every week, or do you find yourself going back to a word that really works for you? Or
Well,
Pat has a story on this, and this is kind of how we came up. You know, again, we developed this throughout the last couple of years.
Yeah, let me tell you the story behind this. And what's nice is we get to share a lot of funny stories, and Kim gets to be, she's my laugh machine when I want to try out something funny. But when we were able to go to the gym full time, I would go on a regular basis. And when I went to the gym, the people at the desk, you know, they would just say hi to me as I went in. Well, I told the guy at the desk, I said, listen, I want you to stop saying hi to me. When I come in here and you see me, and I come in every week several times, I want you to tell me a positive word that's gonna make me want to work out, like strive for success, or you got it, girl, or whatever. So I ended up, he says, I can't think of anything positive all the time. Well, I made him a list. And I give it to him and talk to several people at the gym. I said, stop talking to me. Just say something positive to me every time. So now, so when I went in, they go, you go, girl. Today's the day of success. And it was amazing. I mean, I was really pumped up when I went in there. So I was telling Kim about that. And I said, well, you know, we should share a word that's positive. And we came up with some lists of positive words. And sometimes we have to look at that. But sometimes we just take a look at where we are and where we want to be, you know. So we just use words like that. So it kind of ventured off into our accountability buddy words of the week.
That's great. I love that. I every year I do a word for the year of what the focus is going to be. So I'm going to steal that from you ladies with my accountability partner on the word for the week. I love that.
I must say too, if I can interject as well, I'm really excited to hear your process and how you have it structured. This came at such a great opportune time because just last week I got a call from a friend that I've been friends with for 20 some odd years, and her brother has been working on a monumental project and he's not stayed focused, and he's asked us to be on his accountability team. And so I really didn't know what that looked like. And now when we have our first call, I have some really great ideas that you've offered that I can take with me and suggest and we can talk about. So thank you so much for that.
Perfect.
Good.
Okay, any other final questions or comments? Let's give them a hand. Thank them for the time to preparing, because it's not just the time of doing this, it's all I don't understand that, Pat. You'll have to explain that to me.
That's the guy on the edge of his seat when you watch a movie, see?
Oh,
Yeah.
It wasn't, and I don't know what that cup is. I thought
It
he was
looks like
like,
something else.
That's his hat.
his hat. Okay.
It looks like something else, Pat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you for me not being the only one who says, what the heck is that? What is she trying to say?
And she's still recording.
Yes, I'm still recording. Okay, so we are going to go on to our commercials, and we have plenty of time. So what I'd like to do is we're going to do this. I'm going to give everybody a minute, and I know that's not typical, but we got the time. You spent the time to be here, so why cut you short, okay? So I'm going to start the time. Everybody gets a minute. And Barbara, are you still there? Yeah. So are you a spotlight person today? Okay, that's what I think. Lorraine couldn't be here today, and that's what she told me. And I'm a spotlight person as well, so I'll give each of us another 30 seconds to correspond with the extra time that I'm giving everybody else. But I'm going to time you, and I will just kind of give you a signal. And again, I'm not going to cut you off. If you go a little bit over, we have a little bit of fudge room because it's only 12:18. But again, be conscious of time. And let's see, why don't we start with Dr. Lynn? Is that okay? So I'm going to give you a minute, and I'll kind of give you a little signal when the minute is wrapping up. Okay? Start when you're ready.
Cool. I think you kind of all know what my place is here. I'm a certified health coach, and I help people create a life according to what matters most to them. And there's 4 components in our program. One is a phenomenal, clinically proven weight loss program, if that's something that you need. But the other 75% of our program is wrapped around mindset, the development of healthy habits, and becoming the dominant force in your life. Most people are sleepwalking through life, fairly unconscious, not realizing how much power they have over their life. And this whole COVID thing has made us all realize our health is our own responsibility. And is that health important when it comes to staving off and not being subject to the serious events and the serious effects of this potential disease? Absolutely, absolutely. And so knowing that our mindset and the direction that we take with our life has so much to do with how healthy we are, what choices we make every day, that is probably one of the biggest parts. And accountability as a health coach, part of it is being the accountability partner for people. And as health coaches, we work together. So Dr. Lynn Johnson, here I am.
Okay, that was just about perfect. I'm going to give everybody a minute and a half because I liked how much content you covered. However, I want each of you to think of a call to action at the end. Don't tell us just what you do or what you're about. Give us something as far as sending you a referral or do, you know, call to action. So that would be
Can I
my
say,
mission for you.
I offered a $50 off coupon. I always give all the PWN ladies 25, but a $50 off coupon to the end of July for anybody who starts new on program.
Sounds good. Good call to action. Good job. Okay, so everybody gets about that time. It's about a minute and a half. Yay. Lori, you're going to go next.
All right. Well, good afternoon. I am Lori Martin. I'm with Melaleuca, the wellness company. We are a company that has been in health and wellness for the last 35 years, manufactured in the United States, debt-free. I'm passionate about removing the toxins from your home. There's studies that have been done on how horrible the chemicals are. And now that we're home more and exposed to the air and breathing and using that bleach or Lysol or whatever you may be using, it's just, it is not good. It is not good for you, your family, or your fur babies as well. My call to action, I have one here, is I have what's called a borrow basket. This is a basket with many of the Melaleuca products in it that you can try in your house. Take it for a test drive if you've never used Melaleuca. So take the products for a test drive. My gift to you is a goodie bag for doing that with popcorn and Renew lotion, some of my absolute favorites that you'll get to keep after trying and filling out the survey. So if you know someone that would love to try Melaleuca out before an overview, just let me know. Lori with the Wellness Company.
Everybody give her a hand. 1 minute and 27 seconds.
Really good.
Well, that was like just perfect. And I loved your call to action. Call to action with a bribe is even better. So $50 off, you know, goodie stuff. Yeah, I love that. Perfect. Okay, let's go to Yvonne next.
Hey. Hi, everybody. The Pirate Heart Press has only been in business for just about a year. September will be our 1-year anniversary, and I'm really excited about that. It's a new career for both Ross and I. Ross is my husband and also my partner. He's our editor. And it's been such a pleasure to be able to help authors become published and see people grow in their businesses and offer them special publications, you know, being able to offer these people a means to become published and grow. I can't say that enough. And I'm very honored that I have the privilege to be able to do that. So if you or anybody you know is looking to become published and you're not really sure what you want to do, I can also sit and consult with you and give you some avenues and offer some guidance. And I'd be happy to do that anytime. So if you want to be a published author or you're not sure and you're on the fence of what you want to do, give me a call. I'd be honored to sit and talk with you and go over what your ideas are and see if it will work for you. So I'm Yvonne with the Pirate Heart Press.
Good job. Except I will add that Yvonne has agreed to be a speaker at one of our meetings about that topic. Right, Yvonne?
Yep.
That's what she said. So we don't have a date yet. Sometime September-ish, October-ish, we'll figure out a date. But for those of you who are thinking about becoming an author or know somebody, this would be a great event to invite guests to, because I think all of us might be curious, because that's all part of getting our name out there, right? So looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Thank
Okay.
you.
So Barbara, you're next. And because you're a spotlight, I'm giving you an extra minute. So you'll actually have 3 minutes to talk about what you do.
Oh, my bird just started.
Of course. See, you can't blame technology for that.
No. Okay. Oh, this is funny because I thought I even timed it. Like, I only have 2 minutes. I have to get all this in. So this is my abbreviated version. But If any of this sparks curiosity in you at all, please call me and let's move on to what else I've got. But if you knew you could travel for free, would you want to know about that? So first, I want to talk about the health benefits of travel. Taking an annual vacation lowers the risk of heart disease 32%. That's from the American Medical Association. Marital status is linked to vacation. Marital satisfaction, I'm sorry. That's not my status. Marital satisfaction is linked to vacation frequency. And vacations significantly lower your stress. They boost your immune system, which I know Jana is doing. And the benefits last up to 10 months after the vacation ends. That's on the lowering stress and boosting the immune system. So it lasts a long time. Vacations contribute to higher positive emotional levels, less depression, lower blood pressure, and a smaller waistline.
Really?
Right? That was from the
I can use
University
that.
of Pittsburgh. That one. So I say consider travel as another supplement for your health and wellness, because it's pretty necessary. So our travel owner package, which I'm skipping the other one because it's a travel income package, but you all have your stuff going on. If you want to make more money with the travel industry, there are so many different income streams with this company. You can ask me about that. But our travel owner package includes much more than what I'm going to say today also, because I wanted to keep it short. But I wanted to focus on the savings so you get an idea of what's going on and start planning on that health improvement. So I have a couple examples. I've Las Vegas for 7 nights, 4 adults, 2 bedrooms. So a nice couples weekend. The lowest online price I found was $1,386. As a member, your price is $459 for the whole week, 2 bedrooms. So you save $927. A dream vacation to Bora Bora, 7 nights, 2 adults, comes out at $6,708 online, best online price. Our price is $3,486. So you're saving $3,222. And lastly, an Alaskan cruise on a balcony, 2 adults, $4,720. Our price is $3,527. So you're saving $1,193. So as a travel owner, you also get a vacation vault where trips by you and your customers, which I can explain that another time, you earn reward credits and they're added to your vacation vault. You redeem these reward credits for a free vacation. And that's how you travel for free. So let's talk about
call to action.
Save you some money. That's right. Well, let's talk about your next vacation.
Okay.
So I can save you some money wherever and whenever you travel.
Good job. You filled up those 3 minutes pretty good.
Wow. Well, I slowed down before I'd be like, oh my God.
Well, and I wish I'd known you were doing this. We would have shown pictures of Bora Bora. Because, I mean, you're talking about it. If we could have done a screen share of Bora Bora, we would have been a little bit more leaning into that.
I'm not tech savvy enough to flip flop that. But
Okay, next time.
Okay.
Next time. Okay, let's go to Helen. You
Hello,
guys moved
everyone.
around on me, so, okay.
Yes.
So you saw that. You get 1.5 minutes, Helen.
Okay, great. Thank you. Helen Ornelas from Ornelas Insurance Services. I specialize in individual life, long-term care, disability, and Medicare. And I help you understand how to use life insurance before you die. So we have a new life insurance you don't have to die to use. And what I would like to share with you is this type of insurance helps you find that life insurance and long-term care type of need. And I know that a lot of us have parents, family members, even ourselves that think about this on a regular basis. One of the things that I do offer is a free consulting time to review your current policies, your current situation, and see if we can find something that fits for you. So I would like to offer you at any time, you or your clients or anyone in your family, the opportunity to meet and talk about your situation, review what you have, and find out if getting life insurance you don't have to die will work for you to use. Thank you.
Perfect. And you got another 20, 30 seconds. So do you have anything?
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, yeah. So what I will do is emphasize to everybody the need to have something for the first line of defense for a long-term care type of event. And it does not need to be very expensive. And what I recommend people have a conversation with me about is something that will give you the opportunity for a year or two to think about the situation that's going home with in your home or your family member, and have it be affordable and give you time to figure out what other resources you might have available to you.
Good.
So Helen Ornelas, Ornelas and Associates. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Kim.
Hello, everyone. So as you know, I'm a photographer. So typically I specialize in headshots and real estate business photography. I'm not doing any inside portraits right now, mostly because my studio kind of lines up with hairstylist, right? So, but I am taking them outdoors. Like I took some business photography for some financial investors, a group of them. Still have a backdrop, still do all of that, but we just do it outside. So if you know someone that needs a headshot, I can take on location photography all day long. Well, yeah, all day long. You know, the sun does set and it comes up. I'm a morning person though, so if you are, we're good. So outside of that is real estate photography, and the real estate business is doing really well right now. So if you know a real estate agent, if you could just pass on my information to them, because they probably already have a photographer, but I'd like to be their backup photographer because typically that photographer is going to go on vacation. And there's not a whole lot of teams of photographers in the Sacramento region. So a lot of times you'll find a real estate agent that just has one photographer, and that's who they always go to. But when they're kind of up the creek, when that photographer goes on vacation. So I have another photographer that I work with, so we try to go too deep. So if I'm gone, there's a better chance of someone else. So time's up.
Okay, good job.
Thank
All
you.
right, let's go to Jenna.
Hello, everybody. I've told you about transfer factors. You've heard me tell my story about being sniffle, sneeze, and snot free, and it's true. But I just want to emphasize how that's changed my life. I mean, I've seen some wonderful benefits of people taking this amazing molecule, and being sniffle, sneeze, and snot free doesn't sound like a big thing, but it really is to me, because I was living with horrible allergies and I just didn't feel like I could get much done. So I just want to emphasize, we also have a great probiotic that some of you have tried, and it comes in a little pixie stick. So you just tear it off and pour it in your mouth and then wash it down with water, and it's really easy to take, and it's definitely effective. I won't go into the details about how effective it is, but it's effective. Let me just tell you that. And so a call to action would be, I've been doing these Zooms, my upline person and I have been doing these Zooms, and three of you in this group have already been on in them. So this is such a different thing that I would just really encourage you to get on the Zoom. Maybe not for yourself, it might not be for you, but you can better refer me to people because you'll have a better understanding of what it is. So, and you might know somebody that has bad allergies or has autoimmune disease or even cancer, and you might want to refer them to me. So I'm just, that's my call to action, is to maybe watch one of those Zooms.
Good. And that reminds me, Jana, and I'm guilty of this as well. On the Placer Women's Network website, there's a calendar. If you're doing a Zoom call, you can submit that with a link, because some of us might see it on Facebook, or you mention it and then we kind of forget. But if we had a place to go where we could know, not only you, Jana, but anybody, and if you were doing open houses or show and tells or whatever it is, just be sure to post it in the Facebook group, because that's something you can do, but also post it on the calendar. So
Okay.
that's my call to action to you guys. Okay, so let's move on to Kelly.
Well, hi guys, I'm Kelly. I'm with South Texas Lighthouse for the Blind. What that is a company that has blind people make products. We work with other agencies that are in the same program, and we sell each other's products at supply stores. We also have online e-commerce, and that's pretty much what I work with a lot. So if you're doing business out of your home and you're buying supplies, you can purchase those from us. Your money is going towards keeping people who are blind in a job, making them taxpayers instead of tax takers. It gives them pride, it gives them respect, and it gives them a sense of purpose. So, you know, we've all got our staples, all got our Amazons. Our prices are competitive. They are not cheaper. And it takes more money to have a item by person, but it gives you a purchase with a purpose. So all I ask is, if you know somebody who's in charge of procurement for their office, for their business, for anything that you might know, please refer them to me. If they're looking for things that are hard to find right now, I am accessing them, and I'd love to help anybody and everybody. I'm not limited to government. So thank you for your time.
Yay, good job. You got a little bit more time left. You want to mention anything else?
I want to say I took Gianna's Zoom call, and it sure did explain a lot more for me, and I feel very comfortable with the product now. And I encourage you all to do the Zoom call, so I'm going to throw my time onto her.
Oh, that's good job. Yeah, the education is important. We don't know what we don't know, right?
Right.
Okay, let's go to Kay.
Hi, my business is Caregiving Naturally, and my name is Kay Pena. And during this homeboundness time, I became a doTERRA certified essential oil specialist. And I even got a certificate and $50 worth of product value to buy more doTERRA products. Basically, I teach how to use essential oils correctly. There's a lot of do's and don'ts, and it serves no purpose to buy essential oils and just have them sit on a shelf. And like Lori with Melaleuca, doTERRA emphasizes reducing the toxic load, not just in your body, but in your house. And that's using safe cleaning products. And doTERRA essential oils have a lot of safe cleaning products, and the oils themselves are useful. I recently learned about using lemon oil in rinse water. You put 10 drops of lemon essential oil in a cup of water and put that in your soap dispenser, and that it makes your clothes smell really good. And that if you ever forgot and left your clothes in the washing machine and they get that mildewy smell, that the lemon oil will take that away. And so my call to action. Oh, I have 2 minutes. No, I have a minute and a half. I have
done, but call to action.
I didn't do Juan's business.
Oh, that's right. You get 2 minutes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, I'll give my call to action for doTERRA. I have a website, and I'd appreciate anybody going to look at it. And I've changed some things on it, and I would like some feedback. And that's kcaregiving.com.
Okay.
And my other business is Juan's business, which is paintwithjuan.com. That's his website. And right now, he's working on videos for teachable.com, but he has some free classes that you can take, and they will be gone when he has his classes on Teachable. So that's on his website, paintwithjuan.com for details.
You got a little bit more time if you want to add anything. I'm sorry, I know you had 2 businesses.
No, I don't have anything to add.
Okay.
I'll put it in chat.
You'll put it in chat.
His
Okay,
website.
Pat's up.
Hi, everybody. I'm Pat Gacutan, as you know, with Feng Shui. And my whole theory behind my upcoming book, Defending Your Happy Place, is to install that positivity in your life, and you'll realize what the impact is. I have been very fortunate to almost be published. And I really want to thank Kim, my accountability partner, for encouraging me and giving me some resources. And one of the resources I'm happy to use is Yvonne's publishing company that I'm working with also. So I'm happy to say that my book will be published soon. I've been working on it. It seems like forever. But what I want to challenge all of you to do, we're in this COVID time that is really pretty sad time. I mean, if you hear the news and things all the time, think about something that you could do to make someone's day. And I challenge you to handwrite a note or card to maybe someone in your life, maybe an acquaintance or whatever, and let them know that you're thinking about them and you have positive thoughts going their way. I do this every single week. It is part of my task list to make someone's day. Of course, if I had all of your home addresses, I'd send cards. But I have, so far, I'm up to 65 people that I've sent cards to.
Wow.
And they could be anyone that you know or you know needs to be cheered up, whether it's a senior person living alone. Man, it makes all the difference in the world. So that's what I challenge you to do. That's your call to action.
Good job. Okay, so I'll go next. And actually, I'm doing a share screen because I did this for Barbara. Because while you guys were talking, I Googled Bora Bora. You see my screen? Pick your favorite picture. And it may not be right away, but hopefully someday soon we'll be back to world travel. But to go to my business, I have 2 businesses, and Dr. Lynn mentioned I do the wine tasting business. My suggestion is, because things are still kind of crazy and changing every day, and I heard that you're not supposed to have more than 10 people kind of gathered. So think about September, October, because I think that time frame, it'll start to cool down a little bit. Outside events will be nice. Hopefully by then we'll kind of, wind down. So if you want a wine tasting event, keep in mind September, October, and let's just do it. Because there'll be wine. Can't go wrong with it, wine. So I wanted to share this webpage with you. The 2 things I wanted to share was, one, I've been doing Widget Wednesdays. I think some of you have been on those. My presentation tomorrow at 8:30 is always free. And I call it when a word is worth 1,000 words. I've been on a rebranding mission the last month or so, and I wanted to find a font that matched my brand, and I'm redesigning a logo right now. And in my discovering where fonts are, I learned a lot. So I'll be sharing that. If you have an interest in fonts that can either be used on your website, in your signature bar of your emails, because every time you have a chance to make an impression on somebody, it needs to speak to your brand. Now, if you're not sure about branding, I'm actually having another free webinar on, let's see, this is going to be Friday at noon. Some of you who were on the call a couple weeks ago understand that I'm leading several mastermind groups, and I'm going to be starting another one in August. So July 31st is just an intro. It's going to actually be a mashup of the masterminds I've been leading to date. One mashup is on marketing. Another is on social media. Another is just on marketing and branding in general. So this 3-month process is going to cover all of those topics to some extent. We're not going to cover really deep dish stuff. We're going to kind of cover the basic overview. But if you have an interest in really establish yourself as a brand on whether it's online or off, it will hugely boost your business and getting new customers online, because competition is steep out there, and it's even steeper when you're dealing with millions of other businesses online. So you've got to kind of stand out and target your niche. So again, that's going to be a free presentation on the 31st. And then we're going to do it every 2 weeks. And Kay mentioned that Juan is doing a teachable course. I'm doing a teachable course as well. And I think Pat is working on one, right, Pat? So a lot of us are taking our information in our head and getting it online. So part of the coursework will be online. So that it's really helped me accelerate my own personal branding and getting myself online by leading a group, as well as sharing the information that I've learned and the tools that I've found to help you. So if you know somebody who's just interested in checking in, the overview is going to be really cool, because let me see, it's on my homepage. Expand my brand. See, I'm actually, expand my brand was my original. I'm actually changing that to blaze your brand. And there's reasons behind that. But you'll see the Nike logo here. Did a little research on that. That's an interesting logo. I mean, it's world known, right? That's a brand. If you don't have to be worldwide known to be successful, but we're going to cover some stories about branding and how you as a small business or an entrepreneur can establish your own brand in your niche to generate more income. So let people know. I've actually posted that on the Facebook account, as well as if you just send people to expandmybrand.biz, they can get information and register. So that's it for me. Okay, so we got 15 more minutes. What I'm going to do is stop the share screen. Stop share. Open it up. So does anybody have any testimonials, PWN stories they want to share?
I want to thank you first. Thank you for putting up Bora Bora. That helps you dream.
Yeah. See, this is the widget part of me. There's a way to get Bora Bora up there. I would have done a whole tour and a slideshow if I'd gotten more notice, but that's the best I could do. Any other comments, thoughts, stories? Did I see Kay's hand?
Yes, I have a
You
shout
changed
out.
your shirt.
No, I didn't. It's the same
Oh,
shirt.
really? And maybe I was only seeing it from this part. I didn't see all the tie-dye. I'm sorry.
This is a shout out for Lorraine and Mary Kay. I bought some makeup remover from her because I have makeup remover, but I get it in my eyes and it's a killer. And the other time I used it at my daughter's house, and she has white towels. So I wanted a good makeup remover that it wouldn't hurt if it got in your eyes. So I actually have it, and it's gotten in my eyes and it doesn't hurt. So I'm really, really happy with that. Too bad Lorraine isn't here, but
yeah,
you can.
She may watch the recording.
Watch the video.
She said she was going to, yeah. She said, I'll say there's something really good at the end, Lorraine. You better watch the whole thing. Anybody else?
I have a question for Kay. Is that painting behind you for sale?
Yeah, I think I'm not sure he has it. I think it is for sale. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a
Because
big
it's an original,
watercolor.
right? That's just
Yeah, it is original. Also, we can make prints of it too. So if you're interested in a print, which is a lot less expensive than the original.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to give a plug for my Granite Bay Rotary Club. There's not very many women involved, and I would love to have any of you as a guest at any of the situations. And maybe I should, you can tell me, Susan, can I just go on the Facebook page and make an invitation? Hey, you want to go to this happy hour with me? Hey, do you want to go to this lunch with me? You know, it's getting more virtual, which is really cool for me. They used to have once a week meetings at the Cattlemen's, which was a little bit of a struggle for me to like make them every week. But now part of it's online. So I would love to have any of you join me as a guest.
Yeah. I think the thing about the Facebook, as long as it's business related, and I think, you know, being participating in Rotary is business related. So yeah, so feel free to post that. And again, put that in the calendar, you know, the PWN calendar. Just let me show you where that is, as long as we're talking about that, since I can do share screen. Let me redo a share screen. Share screen. There's Bora Bora again. Placer, oops, hang on. Placer. And I believe I don't know if you have to log in to do this. It's probably best. But if you go to, and my mouse freezes every so often, and there it is. I'm not seeing the submit button, so maybe you do have to log in. I will check on that if I can't pull it up, because there should be a submit button. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and after this meeting, I'll go make sure there's a submit button, but there should be a submit button there where you can fill in the blank, where it is. And the only thing with this calendar is you can't make a recurring meeting. You can't say like it's every whatever. You have to go in there and physically add each one. So that's the only disadvantage of that. Okay, so I will check that out. Anybody else have anything to share? Stop my share screen. There we go. I will mention, and as I said, Yvonne has agreed to be a speaker. We have speakers lined up through August. I think Deidre is going to do a presentation coming up, as well as Yvonne. I have to check with Lorraine, because I know that hopefully we'll go back to live again someday and we can just do our, mixer and our expos and stuff, but I don't know if and when that's going to happen. But I just wanted to let you know that if any of you or any member that you know is interested in being a speaker, I have been contacted by another professional women's group asking, do you have any speakers that would be interested? So what I've done on the Placer Women's Network page is added, and again, I should share my screen again, just to show you that it's, because it's a page I just put up like Monday. Under the member directory, I put featured speakers. So any speaker that has been featured that's still a member is going to be posted here. So again, it gives you more exposure. So find a topic, and again, we don't want these to be infomercials. That's the criteria for PWN. It can't be an infomercial about your business. At the end, you can say, oh, by the way, I do this. That's fine. But if you have an educational piece, what you want to do is go to the meetings page, and there's a speaker proposal page, and just fill in this information. And you do not have to be a member of PWN to present, but we're kind of giving priority to our members because we're about building relationships with our members. So we'd rather hear from you than somebody else. So something to think about, because again, the goal with our group is to help you get your word out about what you do. And part of that is to be an expert, which actually we're going to talk about in the Expand My Brand, Blaze My Brand topics. It's one of the ways you establish yourself as a go-to expert, as well as writing a book, right, Yvonne? So there's all kinds of ways, being a speaker, writing a book, doing a webinar, doing an online course. All of these things will help your credibility, which helps your brand. So think about that. Hopefully I'll see some of you on Friday. Okay, so any other announcements?
Yeah, can you take us off the shared screen for a moment? So just a curiosity with everyone, if you don't mind, I have been asked by Susan and Pat, and just because I trust them, don't get me wrong, but I want to get your opinion. Would you guys be interested in learning how to take better cell phone photographs for not only yourself, but for your business?
Look at that.
Okay. So I know, Lori, you're one of my Facebook followers, right, Lori? Yeah. So you may have seen, if you go to my Facebook page, the butterfly that was taken with a cell phone, which is like, most people don't believe that, but so you can take really nice imagery with a cell phone. I mean, granted, you need to have a decent cell phone. Your little pocket flip thing probably ain't gonna provide you near what, my.
Does anybody still have a pocket flip thing? No. My mom does, but that's my mom.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, well, I need to make that happen.
Yeah, I need to make that happen. We've been talking about that for a while. We'd love that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
What do you, here's a question though, with that real quick. What would you photograph? I mean, outside of the general, sunset or butterflies, but what would you photograph? What would you photograph for your business that could help you?
Before and afters.
Yeah.
Before and afters of just clients coming in. So you just need.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a setup for that personally?
Mostly they do it themselves because this is a self-directed thing. But I do have I have clients all over the United States, but I do have some here in town that I actually meet on a, face-to-face basis. And so sometimes they like for, someone else to take their picture instead of the thing in front of the bathroom mirror, it's kind of weird.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. What else?
For products, I have where it could be, because I have a gift basket business and I have the whole full cube thing that I have to set all the lights up and you put the, that whole thing for doing website, but just to be able to do maybe even with a cell phone so that it looks a little more professional than taking it on the table or something, you know what I mean? So product photography, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lori, would you mind sending me a couple of your pictures?
Sure.
That would be awesome. Anybody else have something that, yes, Pat?
You know, I take pictures of funny stuff all the time, and I would just like to know how to do them better. I really think you should share some of your photos, Kim, on the PWN so they can see exactly what Lori and I'm not kidding. When I saw the last picture of the butterfly, I thought, oh, I would love to buy that picture. And she said, Kim said, I took it on my cell phone. And I'm like, I can't believe that.
I was
I'd like
actually
to know how to do that.
Incredible.
crazy to say it, but I was on a Zoom on my phone and I was walking around my backyard and there was a butterfly that hit my butterfly. I was like, oh.
Of course you were.
That's how that happened. So
Okay,
anybody else?
To add to the list, like even when we have the live PWN events, I look at the pictures I take and they're awful. And I don't know why they're awful, but
I
they're
agree.
awful. Yeah. Well, so then tips on how to take better pictures of groups or events or something.
You got it.
So
Okay.
Kim, I have a quick story. Deidre came out to my house one time for a meeting, informational meeting. And then afterwards she said, in my yard, my husband has a lot of junk. Okay, let's just say that. And so she said, do you mind if I take pictures of your rust? I'm like, I don't care. So she went out and she was just in heaven taking pictures of old things, rust, but she took it like up close and they actually were really pretty, really pretty
Cool.
pictures. And so now I don't see his junk as junk. It's you know, I actually went out and took some pictures myself of, you know, like this moss covered mat, you know, I took a picture up close. Anyway, so it just makes you kind of have a different perspective on your stuff.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
Hey, can I just shoot a message over to Kim real quick?
Yeah.
This is Helen Ornelas. Yeah, I'm looking for a headshot. I private messaged you, but I don't think you saw it.
I did. I got your phone
Okay,
number.
cool.
I'm going to be
Awesome.
I
All right,
promise.
thanks a lot.
Oh, thank you,
Okay.
Helen.
All right. So
All right.
we
Well,
are
thank you for the feedback.
One more.
yeah, I
one
would
more
love to
really
have
quick-
that before the end of the year, Kim.
I hear you.
Yeah.
And one more really quick thing now that we're talking about cell phones. I didn't get to add that the entire package, all that savings, costs less than a cell phone. It's not a huge, oh my God, price. So just so you know. And you make it up on your first trip. And it's one time, lifetime. You don't pay it every year. Anyway.
And I hear your bird.
I know.
Somebody's bird. Bora bird. Okay. Let's see. Any other last thoughts before we go? It's almost, I actually have a 1 o'clock call, so this is perfect. I said I might be late, but no, I won't be late. So anyway, you guys have a great weekend. Look for the presentation. So I think Joy Kent is going to be presenting how to love your closet, you know, so dressing well and stuff. And then let's see, Janelle is going to be doing something on your house and how to love your house, and even maybe get some ideas for how to make your Zoom background, not that it has, when it's not a beautiful Juan Pena painting, because some of us don't have that. Okay, so everybody have a great week. Good seeing you all, and take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye, beautifuls.
Bye.
Bye.
Love ya.